My friends, the time for waiting has expired. The time for hesitation has passed, and the time for timid half-steps has already cost us generations. We are told to be patient, but patience has too often meant permission for injustice to endure. This nation stands at a crossroads, not because the problem is unclear, but because the will to act has too often been absent. As the essay reminds us, the principle is no longer in doubt. What is in doubt is whether power will finally serve justice. For decades, the federal government has spoken the language of equality while practicing a contradiction. It declares segregation unconstitutional, yet continues to finance institutions that defy that declaration. It collects taxes from all citizens, yet uses those dollars to support housing, hospitals, schools, and airports, where discrimination remains open and notorious. And so the terrible truth is revealed in words that cannot be softened. The federal government is the nation's highest investor in segregation. The delay of justice has not come from a lack of authority. It has come from self-imposed restraint. The essay makes this plain. The pace of civil rights has been slowed, not only by resistance, but by a government that refused to use the power already in its hands. What has been done has been, in King's own assessment, pitifully insufficient in scope and limited in conception. Worse still, federal action has often been self-nullifying, undoing with one hand what it promised with the other. Yet the essay does not despair. It insists that the presidency is not powerless. It reminds us that executive authority, when used boldly, has reshaped this nation before. The Emancipation Proclamation was an executive act. The integration of the armed forces was an executive act. And so we are told without ambiguity that discrimination could be struck at its roots through a stroke of the pen. Executive orders could end segregation in federally funded housing. They could bar discriminatory contractors. They could cleanse federal employment itself of injustice. The power exists. What has been missing is resolve. But law alone is not enough. The essay calls for moral leadership, a president who understands that his conduct teaches a nation, a president who refuses to lend dignity to segregation, who opens the doors of dialogue, who makes the White House a meeting place for conscience. For leadership, as history teaches us, is not merely administration, it is education. The world is watching. If we fail to act, the essay warns, we risk becoming a fossil nation morally and politically. No abundance of material goods, no refrigerators, no automobiles, no televisions can restore a moral image once it has decayed. Democracy is not defended by comfort, but by courage. The essay closes where it began, with responsibility. When government allies itself with those who are crusading for their freedom within our borders and commits its resources creatively and unhesitatingly, the blight of discrimination will begin to fade. This is not a call for chaos. It is a call for completion. History has already handed this generation its assignment to finish the work democracy began. And the question is no longer whether it can be done, but whether those entrusted with power will finally choose to use it.